My dear friends, masters and gods, a very good evening to you all. Mahavatar TV warmly welcomes you to the 21 days free holistic wellness program, batch 21, day 20. So before commencing the session, I would like to say pranams to you all and to our Guruji Ranganath sir, our Grandmaster Maharshi Patriji, our great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji, and to all the great Grandmasters and to the universe. So today's topic is the butterfly effect. So we are ordered to welcome Senior Pyramid Master Madam Saroja Madam, a dedicated and enlightened spiritual guide in the Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Guided by teachings of Brahmarshi Patriji, Madam has conducted numerous meditation sessions, workshops, and spiritual gatherings, helping people to connect to the higher self. So let us warmly welcome Saroja Madam as she shares her wisdom with us today. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you very much. Welcome to all spiritual masters, pyramid masters, to this beautiful platform of wisdom. So in order to take all the wisdom in the right way, we should get connected to the right energies, masters. So let us all invite the energies of great masters like our own Brahma Rishi Pitama, Dr. Subhash Patri sir. Many Saptarishi Patnis, their wives, Mahavatar Babaji, and so many other astral masters. The sole purpose of any soul on this planet is to gain wisdom. And wisdom in the right sense. If it is not in the right sense, it is not wisdom at all. So it should be so clearly understood that if you are not taking any given equation of the creation, not in a right way, then you are not gaining any wisdom. So, in order to gain wisdom means to understand the equations of the creation. So, our creation is not just like something happened out of nowhere and it is all fun and it is not having any control or you are free to act on your own. Nothing of that kind happens. Everything has a calculation and everything is having a proper equation. So masters, today what we are going to understand is the subject is butterfly effect. Many of you might have heard about it, read about it, known about it, and experienced about it. And coming to the part of experience, even if you don't know it as a butterfly effect, every person has experienced the butterfly effect. So are you ready to know what does this mean and you want to go more deeper into it? So yes, masters, I have got this explanation from Louis Hay's book, Heal Your Body. In that it was explained a little shortly, but later on when I started talking about it, we could get more deeper wisdom. So what actually is a butterfly effect? So the author or the founder who got this term, this terminology, butterfly effect, actually he said he was actually a geologist who was doing some research work, and he said a simple, small, cute little butterfly flapping its wing in some corner of the world can create a hurricane in the other part of the world. That is how things are related on this planet. Or even in the whole of universe, not only planet. We are all connected and we are related. One little pebble, you move from here to here, everything falls apart. It may not happen instantly, but it has a ripple effect. We all know that cause and effect is always taking place with us. So it is happening everywhere in all fields. So what actually is a butterfly effect? I'll start with a small incident, it is an incident where Louis Hay has mentioned this in her book. So it so happened, so we'll be talking about many stories. So today is a story time, masters, to understand the butterfly effect. So in the story Louis Hay speaks about, it is about a family, husband, wife, both are working. They have a small little kid at home who goes to school. So it starts with a morning. We all know when both the parents are working, how it is at the chaos at home. And nobody is disturbing each other. They are all busy with their own work. It so happens that the husband, while having his morning routine of face wash and shaving himself and all that stuff, so what he has done, he removed his wristwatch and placed it on the wash basin, and he did all his work. He shaved, he washed, and then he moved away from there. And as usual, the lady of the house, when she comes, she's walking around. When she comes near the wash basin and she sees the watch there, she's like, "Arey, this may fall into the water or it may fall down. So this is not the right place to keep it. So I have to keep it in a safer place." This is what we do usually at home, women of the house. So she picks up the watch and keeps it on the dining table so that it is visible for the husband to pick up. And there are no chances of that falling down and getting damaged. Now, it's office time. We all know the hurry-burry going on in the family. They are not talking to each other. They are not guiding each other. They are not asking any help from each other. So they are all busy with their own work. And now the husband is searching for his watch and he's getting late. He has a very important meeting that day. And he didn't ask his wife, like, "Did you see my watch here?" He's doing his job on his own. She's busy packing the lunch box, and preparing her son. He's searching for a long period and he's getting very upset. Then when he comes and sits for his breakfast on the table, he finds the watch on the table. He's so very upset that because of this small action of removing the watch from the wash basin to the table, that small little gesture it has ruined his morning because he is upset. He has wasted his time because he is in a hurry to go to office. So he's so very upset. And in that period, his son interferes, asking something. And in that anger, he slaps the kid. He's slapping the kid, getting angry, and picking his bag, suitcase, and he's going to his office. His wife is also upset, like, for such a silly thing, he's shouting and getting upset for nothing, as if I have done something wrong. Wasn't it a good thing to do? So she's also very upset, and the baby is crying. So she has to pacify that boy now and send him to school. She has extra work now. She is also getting late to her job. So she is upset. She is pacifying the boy, and then she took the boy to the school. Now the man of the house is driving and going to office. Now he is coming back to his senses and thinking like what he has to do in the office, how the meeting is going to go on. Then he remembers that the actual file required for his meeting is at home. In a hurry, he forgot that file. So again, he has to go back. Already he's late. He goes back home to get his file. And when he reaches home, he finds the door locked because the wife has already gone to her school. She is a teacher. So she has gone to school. He calls his wife. Then she says, "I can't come and give you the keys. I'm already in school. My classes have started. You please come and pick the key." So he has to go to his wife's school, take the keys, go back home, pick up his file, and go back to his office. And by the time he's too late, he goes to office, and his boss is so upset and it was a very important meeting, and that meeting was cancelled because of him. So you know how it happens in office atmosphere. So he's being accused of that. So very upset. Because of my wife, all this happened. It was her fault. Why did she do that and upset my whole day? Now even my career will be at stake because boss is very upset. I was like, "No, let me go home and give her a nice sounding." And he's just thinking about that. He gets a call from school. "Sir, please come to school. Your wife has fallen down and broken her ankle. So you have to go home." So he is asking permission. His boss is so upset, he fires him from the job. So he lost his job. but still he has to do his service to his wife. He goes home, goes to school, pick up wife, go to hospital, come back home. Now he has to go and get his son. So when he goes to school, the teacher is upset that since morning, unnecessarily, this boy is crying. He has created such a big nuisance in the class that today we didn't conduct the normal classes properly because the whole class was disturbed because of him. And she gives a nice piece of advice. And from there, again, he's very much upset with the son. He's coming back home. Now, he doesn't have a job. His wife will not go to school. He has to take care of his wife because she has broken her ankle, so she will be in bed. So no job and extra work. He has to take care of the son also. So many things happen just by one simple action, which was not even harmful, not meant to be harmful. So here she explains how the ripple effects work. Just by moving of a watch from its place has created such a big consequence. And this is what it's called the butterfly effect. That just by flapping the wings of a butterfly, how can a hurricane take place? We cannot understand the consequences, what all can happen. Like a driver is going on a highway in high speed, and suddenly a butterfly flapping its wing comes in front of his face. What is going to happen? The one little flap of the butterfly wing is going to cause a huge accident, and maybe that truck which is going is having a fuel, and it is going to bump into something, and there will be a huge fire accident, and it will go and bump into a school or a mall, and there many of them will be injured, and like that, if you see the consequences, so many things keep on happening. So in real life, masters, everything that is happening, good or bad, the initiation has happened with a very small action. So we have to be so careful with our actions, words, and thought. Sometimes we think, I'm thinking so much, how can it affect anyone? A silly thought also can create a ripple effect in your own life. We are not talking about somebody else's now. Why we are studying this subject, why we are knowing about this is to know that this happened. This is the reason why things are happening. So to find the cause of any consequences, you will find the cause was very small. This is also explained in Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits is another book which explains that small habits can bring out huge changes in anybody's life. If you have read that book, it's a wonderful book. Like a huge fan of a cricket, he will not just watch TV programs on cricket. He will take a small action of playing cricket. It can be with not the real bat, but that small thought that I will practice like them and I want to become like him can make a small kid of 6-year-old or 5-year-old become a real cricketer in the future. The ripple effect is such that he will do all his work properly because parents will not allow him to play cricket unless he scores good in school. So he will work hard in school so that he gets good marks or he does well in school, and parents will support him, and then they will send him to coaching center, and then it continues like that. So whether it is in your real life, for academics, all successful person stories start with one small action or a thought. This is for our practical life. You know, the biggest of the disasters that have happened on this planet, like the World War also, It had happened just because of a small incident. Do you think really someone wanted to bombard Nagasaki? To have an atom bomb thrown on Nagasaki was not at all in the plan. It was so shocking when I read this. Then what was the plan? I'll read the name because I have never heard that name. And the name of the place is Kuroko. In Japan only, they wanted to bombard that place called Kuroko. Then why the bomb was thrown on Nagasaki? Why did it fall? I thrown the wrong word. It fell on Nagasaki. Because when the fighter plane, the plane which had to drop the bomb, it wanted to throw on Kuroko, there was a cloud on Kuroko. So they mistook Nagasaki as Kuroko and they shelled the bomb on Nagasaki. So the small incident of a cloud coming on that part of the land, that is Kuroko. Already Japan is a very small piece of land. So that one small cloud created such a big disaster. So similarly, there are so many things. It's so wonderful. I have jotted down so many stories. I wanted to just tell stories. Someone falling in love and getting married to them. How did it start? When you see some love stories, it will be just a small smile in their school days. They don't know that this is going to end up in such a way. A small gesture helping. When you are in a teenage, you don't know how you fall in love and when you are going to fall in love. Just because someone helped you understand a question, you fell in love and things happened, and after 10 or 15 years, you're getting married, having a family of your own. Array, when did this start and how did this happen? It happened with a small gesture, small action, small thought. So our small thoughts, small gestures can create disasters or it can create circumstances. So we are responsible for everything happening on this planet. Sometimes a simple compliment can do miracles. So why it is important? Please pay attention to the smallest of your actions. You'll say, what will happen if I don't say please? What will happen if I don't say sorry? What's going to change if I say thank you? When you are teaching some, especially teenagers, the importance of all these things, they don't see the consequences that this can create a ripple effect. One small gesture of help, there are many, many thousands of stories, real life stories, not just build up fictional ones, real life successful people's story. When you read, you'll find that all this happened just because of small action. When they become successful, they will tell you that story. That, sir, you only had come 10 years back and given me something and helped me. Now I'm getting this award from you only. Array, that was some just small gesture. I would have done that for anyone. But for me, it was such a great change. So, masters, be responsible for every small action, every small word. So, small actions give big impacts. This is how it is written here. And also, this butterfly effect is also called chaos theory. It can create chaos, but don't limit this theory. Let us understand this in a broader sense. It has not always ended up in disaster. Sometimes, just like I have added some more stories of mine, that small actions can really have wonderful changes. So similarly, a small kid, can you please mute them?
Yep.
Okay, a small kid, some bad experience in his family. It's nothing to be like, noticed also. It's very simple. Maybe he's been scolded for something, or in front of him, his mom is being criticized. It can be very general and very simple and very negligible. But that one incident can mar his whole life. We have seen in small girls when they are molested or ill-treated, they turn out something else. And today when they give TEDx talks, they all talk about what had happened in those early childhood. The small traumas and the ripple effect we see on the screen. A, a small kid not looked after well or being insulted or just one slap. Movies, so many movies are there. One slap and that boy like, I'll take this revenge. This is the aim of my life. And he becomes such a big, some don or some criminal and he'll punish that person who had slapped him. Yes, masters, because every action does have a ripple effect. Why do you think today we have so many traumas ridden, loaded minds? Because everybody has a story to tell from their childhood. And the ripple effect is today what I am. So, this theory is going to help you analyze whatever plus or minus you want to see in your character. Are you unable to accept people as it is? Are you unable to make friends? Or are you unable to face consequences? You get disturbed very easily. You get into depression very easily. Or also, you take things lightly, you make friends very easily, or you are very happy go lucky. All, anything, whatever you are, please sit back and see where it started. And the ripple effect, not only from childhood, many a times, because I am into psychology, I have seen cases where it has started from the womb, mother's womb. In our spiritual sciences, we understand all these things. This is how we heal ourselves. To see from where it has started. And you see that the ripple effect has come from the womb or from the infancy when the mother is feeding. It starts from there too. From childhood, you become either a freedom fighter or you become some very intellectual person. Otherwise, see, we are finding some MBA students joining spiritual path, some MBBS doctors, some engineers coming into this path. Suddenly, what is the change that took place here? They will also tell you one story. That one small incident changed my perspective of my life. And today I am what I am now. I have also listened to such speeches, a lot of them. So we kind of blame them that their parents will blame that my child has been brainwashed or misguided. No, master. A small incident has brought that change, and nobody is to be blamed. Like the story I told, just because the wife placed that watch, will you keep blaming the wife for all that had happened? But at home, if you check now everybody is having some or the other story going on in their mind that every day happens in our house. Something happens, the child is blamed. Something not happening, wife is blamed. And wife is going to blame whole of the family or her in-laws. We are always passing the blame ball actually. But when you sit, relax and see from where did this start? Where was the butterfly flapping its wings? So, why we are going to see this? As soon as you find that small triggering thing, you will stop blaming anyone, not even yourself. Then you know it has happened because of an incident which was not in my control. Things are not always in our control. But the things which are in your control, again, you can do that. Whatever you want to take in control, you have the power. One small change of thought will change everything in your life. You know, even Hitler, why he became a Hitler? There is a butterfly effect in his life too. You will be shocked to know that he was such a sweet little kid when he was young, most loved by his mother. He was mama's boy because his elder siblings had died very early or maybe She had many abortions. After that, he was born. So he was loved like anything. His mom used to love him so much. Such a loving boy turning out as a dictator. Isn't it like shocking? He was a great artist. He didn't want to do anything other than painting and drawing. And you know from where this rebellious Adolf, his name was Adolf, no? So how did this Adolf turn into a Hitler? You see, the story goes like he wanted to join an arts school, fine arts school. So he applied for the best fine art college and he got rejected twice. And something clicked in him. And we don't know the whole story, but this is in the history. And instead of becoming a very, very sensitive, passionate painter, he turned into a dictator. Instead of Kuroko getting bombarded with the atom bomb, Nagasaki got atom. Also, if you just observe such things, a huge system, you're preparing a huge software. If you know coding and languages, a small glitch, a small your cursor is placed somewhere else and you do a little spacing. You're not even entered anything new. Entering a new comma or a semicolon will change everything. Even just a little spacing will just crash down the whole system. So how did it happen? Because that small thing will create another thing. From there, that thing has happened. So a whole system can crash. So and it's going to affect millions of people if they are using that system. So that is how every small action is going to turn out in different way. One more story of a king I will tell. So if you remember, many of you might have heard it, that there was a very good king, very nice king, and he had a very loving minister. They were both very great friends. But once what happened, when the king was practicing his sword, his finger got cut. And his friend, so-called friend and minister who was standing there as his practice, he suddenly said, don't worry about the cut. Whatever happens, happens for good. And he was pissed. Arey, being my friend, you should say, Arey, Rajaji, your finger cut, let us take care of this, or your papam. Maybe he was expecting that. Just because his friend didn't say that, he said, how can you say that my finger has cut and it is for good? Throw him into jail. So he was thrown into jail. And then he goes on a hunting spear with his friend. The hunting spree was very beautiful, so they went deeper into jungles. And there he was caught by the cannibals there. The cannibals had some festival going on and they wanted some bali. So he was the bali ka bakra. And Raja in all his royal uniform, it was like he was prepared already, decorated and brought for the bali. So they all went, took him for the bali. And before that, they were checking like, is this piece in full condition? They found his finger cut, like his finger was chopped off. So they will say, Arey, this is not full piece, it's broken, not good for sacrifice. So they just send him back. So when he was angry with the minister, now he understood this was for good that I cut my finger. So he goes back home, releases the minister, and then he asks, okay, you said everything happens for good, but now you being in jail, why was it good? How is it good? So he said, Rajaji, I would be with you. And if you are not in good shape, they would have taken me for sacrifice, and I am in good shape, I would have got killed. So me being in jail, I got saved like this. And your finger being cut, you got saved that way. So everything has a reason. It may come out good or bad. So what we have to do now is just take a breather, analyze the situation. A small habit can create new diseases in you every minute. A small habit can create good habits in you. The eating habits, if you take the eating habits, you're unable to make any changes in your eating habits, you may fall sick. Then that may lead to something else, and that may lead to more things. And then you are like having some incurable disease. So how did it start? You were not careful when you were having your early days food habits. Or I talked about the gym part. I don't know whether I mentioned or not. So if you want to have a good body, start with small exercises. In Atomic Habits, it's explained very well. I'll not go in detail now. Time is up. We have to go for meditation also. So if you read such books, you will start observing yourself. We need to observe ourselves. Very much need to observe ourselves. So what is the one thing that is disturbing you the most? Please write it down on the paper. And then you see how it started, from where it started. Is it from your childhood or is it recently? This is how we diagnose. Any disease also diagnosis is done this way. What are the things that happen? Doctor takes all the history to know from where this ripple effect has started. So we need not go to any expert. You become your own expert. Today, what is troubling you the most? If you are a student, if you are a housewife, if you are newly married, if you are in a job, if you are in some position, I'm unable to take decisions. I am a CEO of a company and still I'm unable to take decisions. I have been struggling all my life. After all these experiences also, I'm still in that same state. Yes, masters, many of them have this. I have seen people in the retirement age still struggling with their some characteristics because they are not able to analyze why it is happening. And anyone who has the caliber to diagnose this has always checked it and made changes and accelerated in whatever work they have done. So this knowledge is for those who want help, and this is how you help yourself. So please help yourself, be a student or a worker or even a old person who is bedridden and he's sad and he's not happy. Please talk to them about this subject. Why are you not happy? I used to talk this way with my in-laws. Just recently, my father-in-law vacated his body, and I would always talk to him with this clarity, and he would be so glad, and he would say, Saroja, when I talk to you, I get so much of clarity about things around me. Because it's our responsibility. A little help, and they will come out of that gloominess, that helplessness. I have worked in NGOs, and this theory used to work there. I am into counseling. This theory helps me in my counseling. So this is not some silly effect. This is the root cause of anything happening on this planet is butterfly effect. So masters, yeah, and this is all we'll include in this chapter. And yeah, we'll go into meditation. In meditation, what we have to do? I don't think we'll be having guided meditation. I'll guide for a little while. And before that, I want to tell you something. That what is this meditation? Again, from this meditation, we are creating a ripple effect. When you sit in a meditation, what actually is happening, there is the science. This same science applies here. You give this mind a habit of becoming a no thought mind. It will not become immediately. So give it a habit. Start with one flap of like butterfly wing ka flap, one flap. It's okay. It is happening only for half a minute, 1 second, fine. But it will keep on increasing. And there is an effect of this. What, ma'am, only 1 minute dhyana na? What is this 1 minute dhyana? Why I should do dhyana then? You start with 1 minute na and see the effect. Tomorrow you will do it for 2 minutes. And it's not going to go gradual. It's going to compound. If you know how things compound, you don't know. In 21 days, you start with 1 minute and keep compounding 1 minute. Compounding in the sense, first day 1 minute, second day 2 minutes, next day square of it, 4 minutes, then 16 minutes. If you write down and see in 21 days how long it will take, you will be surprised. You will be able to do it. That is how our mind works. So you say, I'm going to compound it, because we need compounded energy. We don't want gradual energy. Gradual is like aram se. No. Here it is not a 1 hour energy. We are dealing with the cosmic energy, which is having a compounding energy. So, okay, master, take a paper and pen and calculate and see, if I do 1 minute today on the 21st day, how many minutes you are going to meditate. Obviously, you won't be meditating for that many minutes because it's a big time. But if possible, please carry on. Take it as a game. And yeah, so if there are no new ones here, so I don't have to go in detail about the meditation process. But there is a process. There is a method. First method is the posture, because we are doing with the physical body. Let us see how the physical body works. Physical body is so sensitive, master. Very sensitive. Even a small strand of hair lying on your arm, you can sense it. It's that sensitive. A small ant just crawling on your hand. Just a very light mosquito. I don't know the weight of a mosquito. A little small mosquito landing somewhere behind, not even on your body. You can sense it. That is how sensitive our body is. So first, we have to come away from the body consciousness. So how to do that? Relax the body to the maximum possible. Once your body is not having any sensations, your mind will not go towards your body. For that, what you have to do? Comfortable posture, comfortable place, comfortable atmosphere. Have a place of your own. Keep the room a little dark, so that even a slight movement you can sense. Our eyes are so sensitive. Even with the closed eyes, if someone is moving around, you will sense and get distracted. So better dim your light to the minimum possible. Every time the same place, so that every new place is going to give you a different feel. Every time you're trying to experience that feel, so you're going to spend that time in experiencing. Oh, this sofa is little uncomfortable. Oh, that chair was good. Oh, it was easy on the bed. So first, make a habit of having a particular spot every day, same place. Then this body will neglect. Array, we are sitting on the same spot, so no new experience. Because this body every day senses a new experience. And then loosen your body. Not a single tension of any one nerve. If you're having some tension in your neck, please ease it. That is why in other meditations, they do some little kriyas. The reason is complete relaxation. These are the rules for newcomers. Otherwise, in Patrisa's presence, we didn't need anything. Because we are doing at home, we need a little bit of clarity about all this, a wisdom about this. If you can easily meditate without thinking of all this, well and good, big pranams to you. Just these simple tips for those who have reasons for not meditating. Okay, so make your body comfortable. That is why, see, we used to wear cotton clothes, loose clothes for meditation, so that you don't get distracted. That's the reason. Don't wear anything tight. Again, after some time, when you're like out of the body experience, you will feel that tightness. Even a small touch is huge. I have experienced that. So I remove everything when I am meditating, and then, wow, when the body is in Sukhasana, that is the Sukha I am saying here. That is Sukhasana, not the Yoga ka Sukhasana. Sit very relaxed. Wahi hai Sukh. Wow. Wow, what a relaxation. You know, when I teach small kids, how do I tell them what is Sukhasana? I say, you have gone for a shopping. You're so damn tired. You have come back home and you relax on the chair and your mama is saying, come beta, let us eat ice cream now. We bought ice cream. You will say, no mama, please don't talk about anything. I want to relax now. So go in that relaxing mode that you're not bothered about the ice cream or anything interesting. Now only interest is me sitting quietly. No, not a movement. I'm not going to move for any reason. So that feels so nice, no? Yes, go into that sweet, nice phase, Sukhasana, and after that, Sthirasana. That is why it is a Sukha Sthira Asana. Because now the cosmic energy is going to enter your Brahmarandra. You are like a bottle. And now the bottle is to be filled through that small hole. And if you keep moving the bottle under a tap, how will it fill? It will fill, but it will take more time. If you stir, then in a second, fraction of second, the energy starts flowing and you find that whole energy, the tingling movement, the warmness you'll find in your body. And just enjoy that experience. That is what is meditation. Nothing, doing nothing. Just observing what is happening and just being in the bliss of it. Okay, masters? Shall we go into the meditation now? Yes, master? Okay, fine. So we are going to just relax. And after that, they will start a music. Music is so that you don't get distracted with your thoughts. It's again going to help us. If you're used to meditation, you don't even need the music. So today, but we are going to have little music. You're going to play the music, sir? Master? Right. Okay. So just if you can get up. Water. Always have water with you. Before and after. Like a doctor, I'm going to tell you. One sip of water. And then after the dhyana also, when you open your eyes, no talking, no looking at other things. Don't move your eyeballs here and there as if the whole world has changed after your meditation. You are not getting up after a yoga. You have just spent some 10 minutes. So nothing is changed. Keep it to yourself. There is energy happening. It is like even after switching off the stove, it is still hot. There is an energy. There is something happening there which you don't know. I can't see the fire there, but still it is warm. It is hot, not warm. Just few more seconds to bring back all those sensations into yourself. Remember Gandhari when she removed her eye blindfold? How powerful were her eyes? She had to have just one look and Duryodhana turned into a body of diamond. The energy of diamond took place in his body. And do you think she was not even meditating? She was doing all negative stuff. She was staying with negative people, talking ill about each other, gossiping, feeling bad and stuff like that. And still she had that power. And when you are meditating with closed eyes and closed mouth, when you open them, I tell you it is the truth that you have the equivalent power. What happened after many years of our blindfolded eyes, here it is going to happen in 10 minutes. So what you see when you open your eyes after your meditation, what you speak, what you touch matters. So be very careful. The less you speak, the less you move, great. If you are a student, keep your books with you, touch your books, start reading the book and see the miracle. Fine? Sure.